Hi, now let's see how can we access LLMs from your local machine. For accessing any LLMs from your local machine, we need software called Ollama. Ollama helps you to run any LLMs from your local. So to use Ollama in your local machine to access any LLMs, first you have to download Ollama to your local machine. In order to download, please go to ollama.com/download. You can download Ollama for Mac OS, Linux, or Windows. So I have Windows, so I downloaded Ollama from ollama.com website. And after that one, once you download Ollama, you can double click on that one, you can install that one. After installation, you can go to any command prompt. If you have Visual Studio, you can go to Visual Studio and you can open the new terminal and then you can access Ollama from here. So let's say when I type Ollama // help, it will give different commands. So there is a Ollama sir for starting the Ollama. There is different commands here. For creating any model, we need Ollama create, Ollama show, Ollama run for running any model. For stopping any model, we have stop command. For pulling any LLM from Ollama.com website, you have to use Ollama pull and then push for pushing any model to registry, sign in and sign out for signing and signing out Ollama.website, and Ollama list, it will give all the downloaded models in your local machine. So currently I downloaded one of the pen models from Alibaba. So that's why it is showing Ollama list, all the models which I downloaded from the Ollama. It will show all those models. So again, there is PS command for running those list running models, copying, there is CP. For removing any model, there is a command called RM. And like that, there are different commands to work with Ollama. So currently what I did is Ollama list Quen model. So if you want to run any model, what you have to do is you have to go to ollama.com website, and there are a lot of models available in the Ollama website. So if you see here, the Quen models from Alibaba, DeepSeek models are available. There are a lot of models available. Llama from Meta. There are a lot of models. Mistral models are there. Pi model from the Microsoft. There are a lot of models available. You can access all these models. You can install or maybe you can run all these models in your local system and you can access those models. So what I did is, if you see here, I have the Quen model here, right? So when I type here the Quen, so there are different versions of Quen. In the Quen, there are different versions of Quen with 0.5 billion parameter, 1.8 billion parameters. So like that, there are different versions of the Quen. So as you are going, I think number of parameters increases, the size of the model will increase. So if you see, by default, Quen 0.5 billion parameter has the size of 395 MB. So similarly, 1.8 billion parameter, it has size of 1.1 GB. So like that, 110 billion parameters, it has 63 GB size. So just for testing purpose, you can download any small model. So let me show you how can you download the Quen 0.5 billion parameters. So when you click on this one, right, it will give the command to fetch Quen model to your local system. So all you have to do is just copy this one and just paste that one in the your virtual Visual Studio command prompt or terminal. Okay, since that model is already, it's in my local, so it is already downloaded. So you can send any prompt. I mean, you can send any questions to that pen model and it will try to answer. Let me ask one question. Who has a language model? I don't have physical body existence in the body. However, designed existence with it is giving some different answer. Maybe let me ask other question. What is capital of USA? Okay, the capital of United States is Washington DC. We can ask some different questions. What is 1 plus 2? So it is giving 3. So similarly, you can, if you see currently, I have only one model in my local. So similarly, you can download maybe Llama model. Let me try to download one Llama model and show you. So the Llama models, Llama 3, I think it has size of 4.7. Maybe let me run Llama 3.1 version. So I think looks like all the Llama models are very big. So maybe let me try to run one more Quen model. Yeah, you can download this one, Quen 2.5, 0.5 billion parameters one. And all you have to do is just click on this one, just copy that one and go to your Visual Studio. Yeah, to exit from this one, there are different commands /exit. Okay, then all you have to do is just go run Quen 2.5, 0.5 billion parameter. So it will take some time to fetch that one from the Ollama website to your local machine. Now, the Quen 2.5, 0.5 billion parameter, the model is downloaded and it's ready for taking some questions. So what happens is, if the model is already downloaded in your local machine, so when you run this command, it will directly go for maybe this prompt where you can ask some questions and things like that. If it is not there, it will download to your local machine and then it will be ready for the taking the sub questions. So let's give some questions now. Who are you? Maybe I'm just asking, who are you? Okay, I'm Quen artificial intelligence language model, developed by Alibaba Cloud and things like that. Yeah, the Quen model is developed by Alibaba Cloud, so I think it's giving developed by Alibaba and it is giving further details. Maybe you can ask other question. What is capital of? Okay, the capital of France is Paris. Yeah. So maybe let's download one more model. Maybe let's download gamma model from Google. So let's download, I think, yeah, if you see here, right, I mean, in the gamma also there are different variations of models. So 270 million parameters, 1 billion parameters, 4b, and 4b means 4 billion parameters, 12b parameters. So you can see as number of parameters increases, the size increases. So since we are doing that one in local, so let's download small model, 270 million parameters model. When you click on this one, you can copy this command and you can run this command in your Visual Studio. So it is trying to fetch this model. Let's wait for downloading that model and then we can ask some questions. The model is downloaded and it is ready for taking some questions. You can ask maybe same questions or different questions. Gamma, open weights AI assistant, large longer model developed by Google DeepMind. So maybe you can ask same question, what is capital India? Okay, the capital of India is New York. So like that, you can download any models from Ollama. All the models, whatever they are supporting here, you can download all those models. You can download DeepSeek or maybe Quen models, Llama models, or maybe any other models local, and you can run all those models from your local. So now let's see how can you access all these models from the UI side. So what you are doing is here you are running all those, sending all these questions and all those things from the command prompt. So let's see now how can we do all these things from UI side. Okay, for UI side, so if you want to do from UI side, there is a link. There is a framework called Open Web UI. So there is a website link, GitHub Open Web UI and /web UI. So if you go to that GitHub location, so you can see all the instructions. How can you access Ollama, all those models, whatever you download from the UI side. Okay, let's go through these commands. So we install Open Web UI. Let's copy this one and try to run this one. Yeah, one more thing, you can run all the models and all those things, Ollama commands from your command prompt like Ollama list. You can run, you can see all those models, what are you downloaded till now. Gamma 3 and Pen 2.5 and Pen, all these models, you can access these models from command prompt. Now we install Open Web UI. Now let's run that command, Open Web UI serve. To run that Open Web UI, there is a command to run Web UI. Let's copy this one and this one from your Visual Studio. Okay. Meanwhile, while running this one, let me show you one more thing. So for running Open Web UI in your local machine, so you need Python 3.11. So if you have any other version, what you can do is you can create the virtual environment using Python 3.11, and then you can activate that environment or virtual environment and then you can run these commands. So you can try this option only if these commands are not working, if you are not able to open WebUI with other versions of Python. So let's say if it is working, then I think it's fine. But if it is not running, maybe the thing is Open WebUI they tested with only 3.11. So other versions of the Python, I mean they didn't test, but yeah, it may work or it may not work. If it is not working, maybe you have to go with virtual environment creation and you can run Open WebUI only in 3.11 version. So for creating a virtual environment, these are the commands we have. First, what you can do is you can pip install virtual environment. Maybe what I'll do is I'll run these commands in different terminal here. Okay, so it will create the virtual environment, and then what you have to do is you have to create that virtual environment. You have to point to Python 3.11, and this is the virtual environment name. My entire you can create the other environment. I think it is still taking some time to install the virtual environment. Yeah, now it is ready. So now what you have to do is you have to create virtual environment name, my environment. Yeah, maybe since I have already my environment, I'm just going to create one more environment called my environment one using this virtual environment command. So when you run this command, so it will create Python virtual environment with 3.11 version. Okay, then after that one, what you have to do is you have to, there are different commands to activate the Python virtual environment with 3.11 Python version. So if it is Windows, you have to run that virtual environment name, whatever you created, scripts and activate. If it is Mac, what you have to do is source that virtual name slash bin dot. These are the commands for activating the virtual environment with that particular 3.11 version. So if you run this one now, yeah, you have to first activate that environment also. To activate that environment, what you have to do is you have to run this command. My environment one is activated. So if you see here, Python version, you have 3.11 version of Python in this virtual environment called my environment one. Now let's go to other terminal and see OpenWebUI. Now OpenWebUI is running in your local machine on this 8080 port. So now let's go to 80, that local host 8080. You should be able to access Ollama from UI side. Okay. So before that one, just register to Ollama website, and then you should be able to access all those models whatever you downloaded. So if you see here, I think I activated my OpenUI models and the Gamma models. So I'll show you those things. Okay, let's see first Gamma model, Gamma whatever we downloaded, Gamma 270 million parameters. So yeah, when you click on that one, you are selected that one, and you can send the same query. Who are you from the UI side? Okay, it is saying created by DeepMind and all those things. Okay, the same question we can ask: what is the capital of USA? So capital of United States is Washington DC. So if you see there is a right tick mark here, all those models you are downloaded to your local machine. So Gamma 3 to 70 million parameters, and if you see other models, the Quen models, yeah, Quen 2.5, 0.5, and these are the two models we downloaded. I selected 2.5, 0.5 billion parameter one and create a new chart. To select the new chart and the model, you have to click on this new chart and ask the same questions. Maybe you can ask same questions or you can ask different questions. Okay, who are you? And the Quen model operated by Alibaba Cloud and all those things, it is giving some answers. So, okay, apart from that one, you can ask what is capital of China and it will give answer. China has 14 provisional level administrative regions, with Beijing being the provisional capital. So there is some other details also it is giving. Till now we have seen how to access all the downloaded models from Ollama. So now let's see, you can configure access other models like OpenAI models and all those things from API key. So if you want to configure the API keyway, so all you have to do is click on your profile, go to admin panel, settings here, and the connections. So you can give OpenAI connection, maybe any other provider's API keyway, you can access all their models. So let me show you first. Let me disable these two and show you here. Looks like it is not disabled. Actions. Yeah, we have to click on the save. So once you save, if you go to new chart, so you can see previously since we disabled both this one OpenAI API and also Llama API, we are not able to see any whatever the models you downloaded from Ollama in when you go to the new chart. But when you enable this one more time, you have to enable actually Ollama API. If you enable this one and save, now you should be able to see what are the models you downloaded from the Ollama to your local machine. So if you see, if you remember, so I downloaded Gamma model, the pen model and pen 2.5 and pen 0.5 billion parameters. These three models you can access now. Maybe you can select when 0.5 model and hi, who are you? You can ask different questions. Okay, these are the models you downloaded from the Ollama to your local machine. So now let's say if you want to access OpenAI models, all the OpenAI models you can first you can get go to OpenAI and go to OpenAI platform and you can sign up to OpenAI and if you go to here the settings page there are a lot of other options and you can see API keys you can create the OpenAI key there is a create new API key and all those stuff and you can copy that one then you can go to your admin panel settings connections and enable this one this is the base URL these base URLs and all those things are there here in this Excel sheet. So this one is OpenAI base URL. I'll talk about the Grok base URL. I'll share what is the Grok and all those things. So let's configure first actually the OpenAI and all you have to do is you have to just click the plus sign here. You have to give the any open URL, OpenAI base URL and that API key whatever you created, you have to copy here. Okay, I already copied this one, so I need not copy one more time. So similarly, there is a Grok model also is there. So if you go to the Grok, right? So Grok, it will provide a lot of models similar to OpenAI. So but Grok, right? You should be able to access the pen models. Grok itself, they have some models, and all the meta models you can access from the Grok. One single API key, you can access all these models. Like similar, I mean, you can access OpenAI models. All these models you can access from the Grok API key. All you have to do is go to their console.grok.com and you have to sign up and then create the API key and then that API key and this base URL you have to add here. So similar to this one, however you did here. So the API, the base URL and the key you have to copy. Once you copy, activate this one and save. If you go to new chart, you should be able to see all those chart GPT models and Grok models also. That's why you are able to access Llama models. So Llama 3.1, 8 GB, 8 billion instant param. You can access these Llama models from Grok and let me send one query. What is okay? The capital of India. Capital of India is New Delhi. So similarly, you can select other OpenAI models also like ChatGPT 4o latest or maybe any other models. All you have to do is select that one and click the new chart and we can say hi. You should be able to send some queries to ChatGPT. Okay, and ChatGPT AI assistant and all those things. So like that, you can access both whatever the models you downloaded from the Ollama website and through API key, you can access OpenAI, all those models and from the Grok, you can access Ollama, Llama models and any other pen models and all those things you can access from here. Okay, that's all about Ollama setup and Ollama accessing the LLMs from local machine.